Welcome back. This is Dr. Matt Hunt, and I'm so excited that you're here. I've seen literally thousands of people's lives change for the better through chiropractic care, and I know that yours can too. Today you will receive your report of findings and recommendations, which will help you to better understand this exciting healing journey that you may decide to embark upon. To begin, let's review some of the key concepts that you were introduced to during our last visit. If you have subluxations, they may very well be causing some of the symptoms, as well as a host of other problems. You may have no apparent symptoms at all. Over time, if subluxations are not corrected, your health can degenerate. If we can correct the damage to your nervous system, your subluxations, and their causes, you may not only feel better now, we may also be able to help prevent problems in the future, reverse the effects of the aging process, and help you have a better quality of life. That's the kind of wellness chiropractic care that we specialize in here at Hunt Spinal Care. Let's talk about symptoms for a moment. Most people think symptoms are bad, and I can understand why. They are no fun. But symptoms are really very important. They let us know that some type of change is necessary. Let's imagine that you put your finger on a hot stove. If you didn't feel any pain, the only way you would know that your hand was burning would be the smell of smoke. That would not be good. People who have symptoms often take action to remove the symptoms without addressing the underlying cause. It's the have a pain, take a pill mindset. This kind of thinking is similar to hearing the smoke alarm in your house go off. Would you just pull the battery out of the alarm just because you didn't like the sound? Or would you locate the fire and put it out? Then why, when you have a pain, would you mask the pain with a pill without correcting the underlying cause and learning how to keep from feeling the pain again in the future? So we really need to understand that symptoms such as back pain, neck pain, headaches, digestive problems, allergies, and others are only effects. They are necessary, but are usually just the tip of the iceberg to alert us of a far greater underlying threat: stress. Stress caused by physical, biochemical, and mental emotional factors is the real culprit at the base of the problem. Stress leads to subluxations, improper nerve supply, interference, and damage. It's a lot like having a toothache. Now, just because the toothache started yesterday, this doesn't mean that it was the first time your tooth was sick. The degenerative process going on in the tooth took months, maybe even years, before you finally felt the pain, because that's when it finally hit the nerve. Let's say you went a whole year without brushing your teeth, and then you went to see your dentist. Can you imagine what your mouth would feel like, and what the look on your dentist's face when he or she looked in your mouth would be? It would look like you had carpet on your teeth. But even more important, the odds are that you would have some serious tooth and gum disease. The dentist and hygienist would have to spend quite a bit of time cleaning your teeth, dealing with the cavities, and maybe even having to perform root canals or other major procedures. Now let's assume your dentist got everything cleaned up and you had a mouth full of pearly whites again. Would you just go another year without brushing your teeth? Of course not. Once you corrected the damage, you would brush, floss, and get regular checkups to have a healthy teeth for a lifetime. Just as with dentists, our intent in this office is to first help you correct the damage you already have. In other words, correct your subluxations and allow your body to function and heal out as it is designed. Then, just as the dentist shows you how to brush and floss, we will show you how to quit recreating subluxations in the future. And then, of course, we will recommend that you receive regular checkups to make sure that your nervous system is free of subluxations or nerve interference. We do not intend to simply relieve your pain or hide or mask your symptoms. We do intend to correct the cause of the symptoms to allow you to heal on every level. So there is no need for pain and symptoms. Symptoms of the body's signal that they are there for a good reason. They let you know that something is wrong and change is necessary. In a few moments, we will discuss your health goals and different plans of action to help you reach those goals. To help us clarify exactly what you want to achieve, I want you to review this path to optimal health chart. You can see it says wellness at the top and illness at the bottom. The important thing to understand about the spectrum is that there are varying locations you can find yourself in at different times in your life, depending on your lifestyle choices and stresses. Not only does it matter where you are right now, but as importantly, which direction on the path you are going. As we start to go down the path on the left-hand side, we will see what reduces our health. Then, as we start to go up the path on the right-hand side, we will see chiropractic, wellness lifestyle choices, and changes. These things help increase our health. The question is, what makes us begin to go down the path? It begins with the accumulation of stress over time that our body is unable to deal with. What types of stress? Well, it could be physical stress or injuries. What about biochemical stress, like poor diet and nutrition imbalances? How about mental emotional stress? Ever had any? Yeah, most of us have had a fair amount of emotional stress in our lives. And year after year, we get layer after layer, or an accumulation of all these different types of stresses. They begin to cause subluxations, which reduce the amount of life force flowing through our nervous system. We may start to experience symptoms that get worse over time, eventually leading to degenerative diseases and illness. On the illness-wellness continuum, +10 is optimal health, +6 is excellent health, +2 is good health, and 0 is the comfort zone. As we begin to go down the path of illness, we may notice changes in our energy levels, ability to handle stress, quality of sleep, physical health and symptoms, or our mental emotional state. Eventually, we may go down to -2 as fair health, -6 as poor health, awful health and eventual death at -10. Now, the neat part about going down the path is we can always go back up the path. So what do we need to do to go back up the path? Well, we can make healthier choices and begin the journey back up the path at any time we choose. The real question is, can we make it all the way back up the path considering all the damage that we have done so far? To begin the journey back up the path, we really just need to start making healthier choices. We need to get to the root cause of the problem versus just trying to get rid of the symptom. We need to get chiropractic care, remove the damage or subluxations, and make sure that we keep our nervous system functioning at its optimal level. We may need to make appropriate lifestyle changes and other changes to help us deal with our emotional stress. As we begin to make the appropriate changes and our nervous system begins to function as it was intended to, we may begin to regain our health. Obviously, time and gravity are not on our side, and even though we are making healthier choices, it is crucial to make sure that we maintain proper nerve supply and function by getting our spine and nervous system checked regularly for subluxations. The average person goes to see a doctor when the health is somewhere below the comfort line. They may feel okay, but know that something just isn't quite right. Or they may actually be in the health crisis. Many people come to this office when their health is well above the line because they want to stay healthy and get even healthier, moving more towards +10 for optimal health and wellness. Let's take a look at this chart and get a good idea of where you think your level of health is right now. Please put an X in the box where you think you are. Use this chart to figure out where you think you are now. Now you may feel that you are pretty healthy, but you were just recently injured. In that case, on this scale you would put yourself around a -2 or below, depending on your level of pain and symptoms. But when it comes down to how long it will take to get you better, it'll be a shorter period of time than if you've been feeling bad for a long time. Obviously, healthier people heal faster than unhealthy people. Thank you for taking the time to put where you think you are on this scale. This just gives us a good baseline or starting point so we can figure out how healthy you want to get and what we might need to do to get you there. Now, please put today's date next to the box with an X. And then I'd like you to go ahead and put a check mark in the box where you'd like to be. How healthy would you like to get? Do you just want to get out of crisis and begin feeling better, maybe towards the comfort zone? Or do you want to move more towards good health? Or do you want to move towards optimal health? If so, we must not only correct your present subluxations or nerve interference, but we must also show you ways to quit recreating the same things over and over again. You must make sure you eat, move, and think in healthy ways and maintain a properly functioning nervous system. There is no right answer. Not everyone wants to do what it takes to get to the highest level of health. We really just need to get an idea of how healthy you want to be, so we can come up with the most reasonable game plan for you. So please put a check mark in the box representing the level of health you would like to achieve. Now above the wellness-illness continuum chart, please write how long you feel it will take to reach that goal. Do you think it is going to take a few years or a few days? Now let's go back to the right-hand side where it says increasing health. At any time we can make healthier choices and begin the journey back up the path. So now check off any areas you may need to change in your life to achieve a higher level of health and well-being. If any of these apply, place a check mark next to the choice. Or, if you have any other personal changes that you would like to make to reach your health goals, jot down what that is next to other when we get to the end of the presentation. Next, think about the results you hope to achieve as we address your subluxations and you make lifestyle changes. Or if you would have any other personal improvements you'd like to achieve to improve your quality of life, jot down what that next to other when we get to the end of the presentation. Now, in the upper right-hand corner, please indicate on a scale of 1 to 10 how important the health and wellness goals that you have set for yourself are, with 1 being the least and 10 the most. Finally, write your name down at the bottom of the page. The most difficult challenge our patients have is they may feel better rather quickly. Please know that if you get to the comfort zone and stop care at that time, your subluxations will most likely continue to worsen and eventually you may experience a relapse of your symptoms again. Obviously, over time, this can happen more often and more intense. You may then start care again and will usually begin to feel good again. The truth is, at some time in the game, there may be too much permanent damage and we will not be able to get you feeling good again. The longer these subluxation patterns have been there, the harder it is to undo them. This is one of the reasons we like to do regular checkups on children in this office to clear up subluxations before they become serious problems. You always have choices here. We are always here to help you in any way we can. If you really want to get healthy and stay healthy, you will need to correct your present damage or subluxations, live a healthier life, and get regular checkups to make sure that your spine and nervous systems are properly functioning to help you achieve and stay at optimal health and wellness. In just a few moments, we will review your results and discuss your health goals. Together we will clarify exactly the results you want to achieve, and I will show you what you need to do to get there and how I may be able to help. Remember, in this office you have choices. Please come to the front. We will be right with you.